So he is the communication king. He can read the room and engage with all kinds of people. And we watch him all the time and ask, was Studio 5 relationship contributor Dr. Matt Townsend always that way? Matt took the Studio 5 Never Ever Challenge to step back through the halls of junior high.
So here we're standing right at the doors of Cardin Memorial School, where I went to junior high, basically, actually from about 5th grade to 8th grade, and you won't believe it, never ever in my life did I think they'd invite me back here to speak. So I'm about to go in, and I'm quite terrified, quite honestly, because a lot of memories are coming back. Let's see how this goes. Still smells like Cardin. First of all, was I that cute? I doubt it. They're in their uniforms, and they're all folding their arms as they walk. That was one of the things I did learn here, was some serious discipline. And by the way, can you hear the floors? You can't hear them, but the floors squeak. These used to just be wood floors, and when you'd walk down the hall, it would just squeak, squeak, squeak. Such memories, so amazing. I was a spelling bee finalist and got out in the first round on the word lion. And I'm like, oh, that was dumb. Lion, L-O-I-N, lion. I just spelled the word loin. And right there, wearing a tie. By the way, still not photogenic. I always was too nervous when I would have my picture taken. Oh boy. You must be Gwen. How are you, Gwen? I'm Matt. Great to meet you. And you're Ben?
Yeah.
Ben and Gwen. Oh my heaven. Oh, look at this.
You're missing your uniform.
Do I need this?
Yeah.
Oh, thanks. I forgot the uniform. Okay. Go put on my uniform.
Looks a lot better.
Thank you
got
very much.
the blazer, the gray pants.
Yes.
You got the tie.
Look at my shoes, black shoes.
Yeah, black shoes.
Yep, got a nice tie.
The tie might be a little short.
What do you mean?
Like, more like this one maybe, a little bit longer.
That might look a little better.
You want to see my socks?
Yes, please. Okay, we're gonna need some darker ones.
Well, but these are Where's Waldo?
Yeah, but it's just, we're gonna need some darker ones.
Gwen,
Sorry.
you guys are killing me. I forgot how hard the uniform was. Ah, back to the little bathroom. I didn't understand it then, for sure. But I've learned to understand now what it meant to me. My parents had divorced when I was about 10, and they had separated a few years before that. So that was about when I got here to Cardin. And I think what was happening was I wasn't doing very well in math at my other school. And I think I was just struggling a little bit. And it wasn't big, but it was enough that my mom thought I needed a change. So she searched out a place and happened to find Cardin. It was a private school, but you had to pay money to get here and money to go here. And we didn't have the money. And this shows you the power of a mom and the power of a single mom who tracked down a school and the right people that would then interview me and give me a scholarship. So the cool thing was they gave me a tuition break, a really big tuition break, and then they allowed me to work here. And every one of these halls, I got to vacuum.
Would you stay after school?
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
I'd stay after school and I'd vacuum, and then I'd like go do one other job. And that vacuuming and that service and that work after school and cleaning up and taking out the garbages and cleaning all those chalkboards, all of that is what I honestly think made me. And we got to get used to doing hard things, because if you always run away from the hard thing, you never conquer it. And what I think I learned here is you don't have to just do it one way. There's 1,000 ways. There's 1,000 ways to find out how you like to learn, how you like to grow, and I learned that here. Having the people you love around you and being kind to them is all that really matters. Man, I'm gonna miss this place. Actually, I won't, because I think I'm carrying a lot of it with me. I love you guys, and I love Cardin. I want you to know you are gold. You're awesome. Overwhelmed, nostalgic, and grateful. 3 words that make Cardin and this experience one that I, by the way, never thought I'd have and never want to ever forget.
Listen, buddy, you've made me cry a few
Man.
times on this show, but that was really sweet. That was
cool,
really
huh?
touching. You felt that too.
Yeah, I love that. You shouldn't send us on these things. You make us learn too much. It was amazing. Cardin, and again, it could be anywhere, right?
Sure.
But for me, that's where I needed to be.
Yeah.
Changed my life forever.
And what a sweet tribute to your mom. And
Yeah.
I love how you acknowledged what the gap she saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
And how she found the workaround for you, for her
And
son.
that's the hunger of a single mom that'll do anything to make it work.
Yeah.
And then just pushed on the right people that then felt love enough to just open up the doors. It was really powerful. That's how a community raises the person, right?
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. So you
Pretty
walked
powerful.
the halls, you smelled the halls.
Oh, yeah.
Isn't that always the
And I
case?
felt really big.
Yeah.
Everything
Well,
was so small.
the toilet smaller than you remember.
Way smaller. I didn't remember that.
You saw some people. There was one teacher I know that was there.
Mrs. Smith was there.
She
Watch
was-
this, by the way.
Look.
They stand up.
Hello, doctor.
I had done this forever, and they said, "Good morning, Dr. Townsend."
Yeah.
All right, that made me cry because I had done that for any adult. When an adult walks in the room, they teach you to stand up and to show respect. And so, they just killed me. And then walking the halls with these two, I don't know. I think they were all shocked that like I had made it this big.
You talk about the discipline, though, and that's obviously an awesome school, a formal, disciplined school. They're promoting such great characteristics and values in their kids through those rituals and those routines. Do you still feel those in you? Are there any habits that still?
Oh, yeah. Like respecting people, and they even teach you a better way. Instead of like saying, hey, isn't that the wrong answer, teacher?
Yeah.
They teach you a really safer way to say it. Like, am I correct in thinking that this goes here and this goes here? So I learned right then that you can say things better, and it shows more respect. I learned a lot of respect back then. I also learned a love of the arts.
Really?
I didn't know, like they made us do poems, like memorize poems. In my first year, I was singing a solo. Like there was a lot going on.
A lot of culture.
A lot of culture, and weirdly, that's a lot of what I am today is remembering a good quote, being able to publicly speak. I conquered public speaking there.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah,
to
it's
think
pretty
about?
neat.
We don't often stop to trace back. Like here you are doing what you're doing today, helping so many couples and families and getting up in front of thousands of people, and you can trace those breadcrumbs
Back to there.
Back to Cardin, and it was full circle because you stepped in front of those students and gave them some breadcrumbs of their own.
I taught them my 4 lessons from there, and that was pretty interesting too, right? Like to have to solidify and figure out what those were.
Yeah.
But they're powerful stuff. Every one of us we all have life lessons and these moments in history and time that are just sweet moments where we've healed and grown, and to be able to go back and do this. I wish everybody could have this opportunity.
Oh, cool. Thanks for letting us follow along.